Everything is not okay in Walking Dead land. I am Terri Schwartz, and I'm here to talk to you about tonight's episode of The Walking Dead. Full spoilers, obviously, and this was a really big episode, and one that had me screaming, "No!" at the TV for about 5 minutes straight. And I'm not even talking about the Carol of it all. I was really upset when Denise died. For those of you who have read the comics, this death seems to have replaced a different death that happened in the comics in very similar circumstances with Daryl's crossbow. But I really wanted more time with Denise. Merritt Wever is an Emmy Award-winning actress. She has brought incredible depth to a character who hasn't gotten that much screen time, and I should have known the second that we were getting so much time with her, we were really getting into her story. She got Tara's soda pop. Like, come on. It was going to be happy. There were good things happening. Of course she was going to get shot through the eye with a crossbow. I was really upset. I wish that we had gotten more time with this character, which I get is sort of the point of The Walking Dead. It's not only killing people off that we're okay with being killed off. But I will say, like, with all the death that we've had in the past few episodes and this season as a whole with everything that happened at Alexandria, this was the one character death that really emotionally got to me. I'm thinking back, it probably was Beth who was the person who I last cared about this much when they got killed, and it was that same sort of really unfair sort of death. So I was really affected by it. I'm curious if you guys were, but we also do have to talk about Carol's departure at the end, which I found a little bit out of left field. Obviously, we've been spending the past couple of episodes exploring sort of the weight that all these killings and this lifestyle has had on her. But for her, in the matter of really 2 episodes to sort of just decide to piece, didn't seem like it got the right amount of build-up in getting us to this point, except I think it was supposed to be a surprise. For this to also happen in the same episode we lost Denise in such a horrible way was sort of a huge knock for 2 really awesome characters on the show, and it makes me really nervous for Carol. Honestly, I would love it if, it wasn't like what happened a couple seasons ago or last season when Rick sent Carol away. I'm now losing track of how many half seasons. I think it was 2 seasons ago. When Rick sent Carol away and then she came back. She was gone for a few episodes. We're all like, when are we going to see Carol? When are we going to see Carol? And then she came back in her own way, and that was awesome. I sort of hope that it does the same thing. It might turn her into sort of a Morgan character where we don't see her again until maybe next season, because I'm nervous if she comes back at the end of this season. She's just going to get killed off, and that's not going to be okay. I will not be okay with that. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous for her because she was sent away. It does sort of make sense for her character, and I hope that this moment really galvanizes some of the other characters on the show. Specifically Morgan, I think we saw him sort of the most affected by it at the end of the episode because they were on 2 opposite sides of this spectrum, and she is now gone, and he is out of balance, and that might cause him to question a little bit more of his own behavior, not having someone else there to be sort of the yin to his yang, if you will. So those were my thoughts about this episode of The Walking Dead. I would love to know yours. Were you also as upset by Denise's death? Were you also a bit surprised by Carol's departure? Let us know in the comments. And for all things Walking Dead, keep it here at IGN.